Hello friends, welcome to VFocus classes. In this video, we are going to discuss data sufficiency, especially for bank exams. And this is very much useful for bank mains exam like IBPS PO mains exam and IBPS RRB Scale 1 Officer mains exam, Postal Bank Scale 1, Scale 2, Scale 3 Officers mains exam, and also for RBI exam, and also for SBI PO mains exam, and also IBPS PO, IBPS Specialist Officers exam. So for all these type of exams, this is going to be very much helpful, friends. Okay, then how many questions can be asked from this particular topic? You can expect nearly 10 questions, and these 10 questions for 10 marks will be split in two sections, friends. What are the two sections? The first section is reasoning. Under reasoning, you'll be getting 5 questions, and also under quant, you'll be getting 5 questions. So there is a weightage of 10 marks from this topic. So it is considered one of the crucial topic in order to gain more marks in the exam. So rather than spending time on very tough puzzles, so instead of solving very tough puzzles, you can solve the questions of data sufficiency in the exam to score more marks. Because out of the 10 questions, you'll be finding nearly 5 questions very easy, friends. Very easy questions once you understand the topic. Okay. So basically this data sufficiency is not a separate topic, and it's the only thing is the way of asking the question will be different from the regular questions, friends. In the regular questions, we'll be given with a question followed by 5 options. But in data sufficiency, this kind of questions and options will not be seen. So you'll be given some different form of question followed by some statements, and by using the statements we need to solve the question. Then we'll be getting the answer, friends. Okay. So from which topic the questions will be asked? As I said, 5 questions we'll be getting from reasoning. What are the topics that we'll be getting questions from? So we may get questions from any of the reasoning topic, friends. What are the reasoning topics we have? We have blood relations, and we have direction sense, and also we have seating arrangement kind of topics. So ranking kind of topics. There are many topics and coding and decoding. There are many topics from which you can get the question in the exam. So we need to be very careful, and we need to be very good at these topics in order to solve the questions of data sufficiency. And in the same way, from aptitude, there are plenty of topics in aptitude like percentages, we have profit and loss, we have a simple interest and compound interest, and also we have time and distance, and also we have time and work, and we also have, there are several other topics, and you may get a question from areas and volumes, you may get a question from some other topics too. So the question can be asked from any of the topic in a different approach. In order to solve, we need to be very good at those topics, friends. Friends, before getting into the topic, I would like to announce that the Hindi version of the video is also available. The Hindi version of the video is available. The link is provided at the end of the video. Please go through the end of the video so that you'll be finding the Hindi version of the video. Okay. Now, before starting, we'll see the form of the question, how the question will be in data sufficiency, so that we'll get an idea, then we'll be discussing the topic. Yes, friends, here one question is given. Just look at the question. This is the model, an example of data sufficiency. So here you'll be given with a question and followed by a statement. You'll be getting one statement, 2 statements. In some other type of questions, you'll be getting 3 statements also. Okay. So here I'm taking very simple examples. So in order to understand the topic, we are going with some small examples, friends. Okay. So here the question is given, who among M, N, O, P and Q is the youngest, followed by 2 statements. We can also say these as hints. So by using these hints, we need to solve the question. The first hint is given. You just read out the first hint and try to answer the question. If you can answer the question, your option will be something. Out of the 5 options, you'll be having A, B, C, D, E. So if you can solve the problem from first option, your option will be something. If you can solve the problem by using the second statement, your option will be something. If you solve the problem by mixing both of them, your option will be something. If you can solve the problem by either first statement or second statement, your option will be something. So some hints will be given. So in order to understand these things, will be given with conditions, friends. These are very important. Very important. We need to learn the condition, then we need to solve the problems. Whenever you try to solve the data sufficiency problems in the exam, please go through the conditions carefully. These are very important. Out of the conditions only the options will be given. So reading the problem and reading the options, reading the conditions is very, very important, friends. And we need to, these are the conditions. See here, I am taking very general conditions. Let's go through the conditions. Give answer A. Your answer will be A if the data in the first statement. What is the meaning of statement? First int. If you can answer the question by using the statement 1 alone, then statement 2 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. So what we are trying to do is, we are taking the hint and trying to solve the problem. And if you can solve the problem, we say that hint 1 is sufficient to answer the question. Means by using hint you can solve the question. And at the same time, here it is clearly given statement 2 alone is not sufficient to answer the question. Means you take the first hint and go to the problem, mix both of them, question and first hint, mix both of them. If you can solve the problem, and we feel that our job is done. But here our job is not done. Even if you get the answer, you need to go for the second statement. And you should confirm that by using the second statement, you cannot solve the problem. Means, even after getting the answer by using the first statement alone, you should confirm that from the second statement, you cannot solve the question. Means, after looking at both the statements, you are confirming that only first statement gives the answer. Only first statement is sufficient to answer the question. Then your option is A, friends. In the same way, you go through the next statement, and if you are solving the problem, let's say you are not getting the answer by using the first statement, then obviously you will be solving the second statement and you are getting the answer. Means by using the first statement you did not get the answer, but whereas by using the second statement alone you got the answer, then your option will be B. Then what is the third case? You solve the problem by using the first option. Yes, you got the answer. That's fine. And what is your immediate job? You need to go for the second statement also. Again, you got the answer by using the second statement alone, first statement alone or second statement alone. So first statement is giving the answer, second statement is giving the answer. Then what is your answer? Answer is option C. And you try to solve the problem by using the first statement, but you are not getting the answer. And you try to solve the problem by using the second statement, you are not getting the answer. And you mixed both of them, still you are not getting the answer, then your option is D. And the last case is, you can easily guess that from the first statement you did not get the answer, second statement you did not get the answer, but by mixing both of them you got the answer. Then option will be E. These are the conditions given for the problem. So we have gone through all the conditions. Then we confirmed that what is A, what is B, what is C, and what is D, and what is E. So one thing we learned that by solving only one statement, you can't answer the question. You need to solve both the statements. You need to look at both the statements and try to solve the problem. Then you can confirm the answer. So friends, these are the regular conditions, very regular conditions in general given in the bank exams. But sometimes they may change the condition. So that is the reason I am asking you to go through the conditions again and again when you are solving the problems in the exam. Means they may say that if first is true, by using first statement you can answer, and by using second statement you can't answer, your option will be C. Sometimes they may say like this also. So that is the reason we need to go through the conditions. So we'll be solving the problem now by our regular approach. But one thing we need to understand is whether they give these conditions or whether they give different conditions, the approach to solve the questions is always same, friends. That is what we are going to look in this video. And the same conditions I have written in the form of short form, like if first statement alone is sufficient and second is not sufficient, answer is A. First is not sufficient, second is sufficient, answer is B. And you can solve the question by using first statement, means first is sufficient, or by using second statement alone is sufficient, answer is C. And both are not sufficient to answer, answer is D. And you require combination of both to answer the question, then answer is E. This is helpful, friends, if you write the conditions in a short form on a piece of paper on a rough sheet, so you will not confuse while solving the problems. Now we look at the problems, friends. And before looking at the problems, these are the two important rules that we need to remember. The first one, as I already told, like you need to read the conditions carefully and mark answer according to it. Means whatever the conditions are given, you just go through the conditions and they'll be giving the conditions for A, B, C, D, E. According to that, you need to answer the question. And the second is very, very important, friends. So whatever the answer we are getting from each statement, that must be unique. Answer must be unique, friends. So what is the meaning of unique? Means only one answer you should get. So let's just say one question is asked about finding the value of x. And the first statement is given as x square is equal to 4. Then what is our answer? The answer is x is equal to plus 2 or minus 2. So you are getting two values for x. It can be plus 2 or minus 2. You are not sure what is the value of x. So as you got x is equal to plus 2 or minus 2, it doesn't mean that you got the value of x. So whenever the question is asked about finding the value of x, it means you need to find a unique value of x. You should get only one value, not two values, friends. So by using the first statement, you can't answer the question. The answer must be unique. I'm saying from each statement, the answer must be unique. And by using the second statement, what will happen? Let's say second statement is given x cube is equal to 64. So if you solve, you'll be getting x is equal to 4. Yes, you got the answer, only one value. There are no two values for x. So your job is done. You got the answer by using the second statement. Means second statement is sufficient to answer the question. Here the problem won't be asked about the x value, but you need to find the value of x and it must be unique. If it is unique by using first statement alone, then answer is something. Second statement is alone, something is the answer. So one thing we need to remember is whatever the answer we are getting, that must be unique from each statement. Now we solve the problems. The first question is given as who among M, N, O, P and Q is the youngest? 5 persons are there, M, N, O, P and Q. And we are asked to find who is the youngest person, followed by two statements or hints. So we need to start the problem from the first statement. Friends, please remember, whenever you are solving the problem by using the first statement alone, please ignore the second statement. Don't look at this statement. Don't mix the statements. Just take the conditions of the first statement and try to solve the problem, friends. So I mean, ignore the second statement. Go through the first statement. So like this, we ignore the first statement and we use only the first statement and try to solve the question. If you get unique answer, then first statement is sufficient to answer the question. Then what is that? Who among M, N, O, P, Q is the youngest? The first statement is N is the second youngest. So out of the 5, oldest and youngest will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in this second youngest is N. And E is younger than Q, O and M, friends. So N is younger than these 3 persons. It means Q, O and M are older than N. So Q, O, M occupies these 3 positions, but respective positions we don't know, but we can say that Q, O, M group occupies these 3 positions. If the question is about the oldest, we can't say, but here it is asking about the youngest person, and we fixed the positions of N and also the group of 3 positions, and 4 persons are filled. Only one is left. Who is that person? P. So he will be occupying this position. So P is the youngest. So by using the first statement, you got the answer. That is the unique answer. Only one person you got as the youngest. So by using the first statement, answer we can say, it means first statement is sufficient to answer the question. Then what about the second statement? We need to look at the second statement by ignoring the first statement, because we need to solve both the statement, then only you can answer the question. As you got the first statement as sufficient, then you have 2 possibilities of getting the answer, that is either A or C. So in order to decide whether it is A or C, we need to solve the second statement. If you can answer the question without second statement, then your answer is A. And if you can answer the question by using the second statement also, your answer is C. Now we'll see the second statement, but whenever we are looking at the second statement, we ignore the first statement. Okay. So what is given in the second statement? O, the second oldest, is older than N. So 5 people are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. O is the second oldest and is older than N, means N is younger than O. So N can be here or n can be here, or n can be here. So only one position is fixed. We don't know anything about the other 4. So we can't say who is this person. So we can't answer the question by using the second statement. It means second statement is not sufficient to answer the question. So only first statement is enough to answer the question. So our option is A, friends. This is how we solve the problem. When we are looking at the first statement, we ignore the second statement. When we are looking at the second statement, we ignore the first statement. If still the problem is not solved, then we combine both of them and we solve the problem. Now we see the second example. What does P mean in a code language? And you are followed by you are given with the 2 statements. So in order to do this problem, we start with the first statement. Whenever we are looking at the first statement, we ignore the second statement. Now this is the problem. So our intention is finding the value of P. So finding the meaning of P. Go to the first statement. Na, si, la, lo means you may go now, and till here. So this is a statement. This is the code. And ni, si, na, P means he may go there. This is the code. And we need to find out the code for P. Okay. Compare the statements. Na and na is there. So cancel this thing. And C is there. Cancel this thing. So our intention is finding the value of PE. So PE is in the second statement. In this NE is left and PE is left. And in the code may is cancelled and go is cancelled. So you are left with the he and there in the second statement. So your code for NE or PE can be he or there. So you got 2 left side, 2 words on the right side. So you are not sure what is the respective answer of NE, what is the respective answer of PE. So you are not sure of answering the question by using the first statement. It means that first statement is not sufficient to answer the question. Now go through the second statement. Whenever we are going through the second statement, we ignore the first statement and go through the second statement. Here it is given KISE PE BO means come there and see. And this is the end. And SENIBOKI means come here and see. Compare the statements. SE is common, SE is common, and KI is common, KI is common, BO is common. In the same way here, come, there is not. Okay. And is common, C is common. So our intention is finding the value of PE. Here PE is left with and here there is left with. So code for PE is there. In the second statement, you clearly got the code for PE that is there. It means second statement alone is sufficient to answer the question and first statement is not required, because in the first statement you did not get the unique answer. So the code for PE can be he or there, but what I said is you should get unique answer, whereas in the second statement you got a unique answer. The code for PE is only there is no other thing. Simple answer you got, this is unique. So our answer is second statement is sufficient to answer the question. So first statement is not sufficient, only second statement is sufficient. So our answer is B, friends. So this is how we solve the problem. Now try to solve the question, friends. The question is given, how many siblings does Rukmini have? So Rukmini is the person and how many siblings she or he is having is the question. So siblings, who are the siblings, friends? Siblings are children of same parents, we say. Children of same parents. So in a simple words, we can say that own brother and sister are said to be siblings, friends. Okay. So in the first statement, what is given? Rukmini is the only daughter of her parents. It is given her parents and has only one brother. So who is Rukmini, friends? She is the only daughter of parents and she is having only one brother. Means Rukmini is having only one brother, so she is having only one sibling. It is very clear from the first statement. So from the first statement you can easily answer the question. So this is done. Now by using the first statement, as you got the answer, you can say that first statement is sufficient. So first statement is sufficient. So you have 2 possibilities. One is A and one is C. Now you need to check whether the second statement is sufficient to answer the question or not. So when we are solving by using the second statement, we simply ignore the first statement. And what is given in the second statement? Second statement is given like Rukmini is the only child of her parents. So second statement, it is very simple. Rukmini is the only child of her parents. Means Rukmini is the only child. Means she is having no siblings. So it is very clear from this, she is having no siblings. So how many siblings does Rukmini have? She is having no siblings as per the second statement. You got the answer by using the second statement also. Some people confuse at this point of time. They say, what is here? Here she is getting only one sibling, but here she is getting no siblings. But you said unique answer. See friends, unique means you need to get single answer from single statement. Don't mix both the statements. For the statement 1, only one sibling is the correct answer. For the statement 2, no sibling is the correct answer. So from this statement you got the unique answer. From this statement you got the unique answer. You are not mixing both of them. If you mix both of them, then there is a problem. But you need not mix both of them because you got the answers already. So there is no doubt that only one and no sibling are not. You can't combine both of them and you can't say that not unique. Don't say this. These are independent things. You got the answer by using the first statement. You got the answer by using the second statement, and you are not combining. So when it is combined, there will be a problem. But here you need not combine because you got the answer. So understand that by using the first statement, you are getting the answer. Also by using the second statement alone, you are getting the answer. It means you take either first statement or second statement, you are getting the answer. Either or. So your option will be C, friends. So once you understand this thing, then there will be no problem in order to solve these problems. Now we go through the next problem. In this problem, how is party coded in the language? Two statements are given. So whenever we try to do the problem, what we do? So we first take the first statement and try to do the problem, but we ignore the second statement. So we are ignoring the second statement and take the first statement. Our intention is finding the code for party. So party is given here. Going to a party is coded as la fa q2, and for a party is coded as fa ma 2, fa me 2. Okay, party code we need to find out. So party is in both the statements. So party is here and party is here. And also A is in the first statement and A is also in the second statement. In the same way, in the right side you will be getting two codes. What are the codes? You are getting fa and you are getting fa and you are getting 2 and you are getting 2. So A and party are group of words on the left side and fa and 2 are the right side words, friends. But you are not sure what is the code for A and what is the code for party. Individual codes we don't know, so we can't answer by using the first statement alone. It means first statement is not sufficient for us to solve the question. So whenever first statement is not sufficient, what is that we do? We immediately go to the second statement. But when you are solving the second statement, don't mix the first statement. So please ignore the first statement. Okay. Now we are solving the problem by using the second statement. Our intention is finding the code for party. Start the party is coded as 2 ko ra and going to start is coded as q ko la. So here it is ending two statements separately. So what are the same words? Start is same. And what is other? There is nothing common. Yeah. So here you are left, and on the right side, what is the common thing? CO is gone. So here you are left with the party. Here you are left with the 2 ra, friends. So the code for party and the code for the is known. So the party is 2 ra. So, but you are not sure what is the code for 2, what is the code for the, and what is the code for party. So forget about. So party code can be either TU or RA. We are not sure what is the exact code for party. Means second statement is also not sufficient to answer the question. Earlier first statement is not sufficient. Now second statement is not sufficient. Then what is our intention? Mix both of them. So we are mixing both of them. By mixing both of them, mix the conclusion, friends. Mix the conclusions. So by mixing both of them, what is the common? TU is common. So we can clearly say that the code for party is TU. So by mixing both of them, you got the answer. Means what is our answer? Means you are taking the first statement and the second statement, friends. Don't confuse and the second statement. You are using both the statements. So both the statements are required to answer the question. Both the statements are sufficient when they mix. So what is our option then? E is our option. So if you are unable to find the answer by mixing both of them also, then our option will be D, friends. Now we see the question. Look at the next question. Who among P, Q, R, S, T, V and W is the shortest? So there are 7 persons, and in this he is asking us to find the shortest person. 2 hints are given. Whenever we are using the second hint, first hint, we try to solve the problem by using the first hint. Then ignore the second hint. In the first hint it is given S is taller than T. So Jo S is taller than T. P and W, but he is not the tallest. So S is not the tallest, it is given. So after S there are 3 persons, and we don't know how many persons are there after S. So T, P and W it is given, and we don't know how many persons are on the left side of S. So in fact we can't say. Here only 4 positions are given, and 4 positions comparison is given, but not the exact position. Who is the highest, who is the lowest, nothing is mentioned. So you can't answer the question by using the first statement alone. The shortest can be from T, or shortest can be from P, and shortest can be from W. Shortest can be from anything else. So nothing is mentioned. So by using the first statement we can't answer the question. So first statement is not sufficient. Then go for the second statement. But while solving the problem by using the second statement, please ignore the first statement. In the second statement, T is shorter than Q, but is not the shortest. T is shorter than Q, but is not the shortest. So T is shorter than Q, but he is not the shortest. Means only 2 comparison is given, nothing else is given. Who is T, we don't know. So shortest can be anyone. So we know only one thing, that T is not the shortest. And also Q is not the shortest because he is bigger than T. So the shortest can be any of the either of the 5 persons. Among the 5 persons, other 5 persons. Who are the other 5 persons? Anyone can be of P, R, S, V, W, any one of from these 5. But we need to find a unique answer. So there is no unique answer for this thing. Then combine both of the statements. Still you are unable to solve the problem. So even after combining the problem, you are unable to find the solution. So these 2 statements are also not sufficient to answer the question. When 2 statements are not sufficient to answer the question, then what is our answer? Our answer is D. So this is how we solve the problems of data sufficiency. We start from the first statement, immediately we ignore second statement, then we ignore the first statement, and then we solve the second statement. If you get the answer, then option is, if you get the answer by using statement 1 alone, option A. Statement 2 alone, option B. If you get the answer by any of the statements, answer C. If you are getting by combining, answer E. If you are not getting still, then answer is D. So this is how we solve the problems of data sufficiency, friends. With this we end the topic, friends. Thank you for watching the video, and go through the video again so that you can remember all the dates. Please like our video if you like the content, and don't forget to share the video on Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. You are watching VFocus classes.